On October 5th and 6th, Saturday and Sunday, the Tokyo International Pen Show 2019 was held in Asakusa, Tokyo. With over 70 vendors and just a little under 2,000 attendees, TIPS is now the world's largest pen show. I'd like to go over what made this year's pen show so much fun and why you should consider coming to a future Tokyo International Pen Show. The theme was a penguin tea party, and they're asking, would you like something to drink? With an emphasis on the INK of drink. Where else are you going to get a welcome like this?
Welcome to Tokyo Pen Show. ようこそ東京インターナショナルペンショーへ。
Let's take a look around at this tea party. This is the day before, during setup. As you can see, the venue is just huge. There's plenty of room. There are between 30 and 60 volunteers, many of whom speak English. And here are our mascots, the penguins. Here are the show's exclusive inks, Noble Green Tea and Highness Black Tea. On the back side of the bottles is the TIPS logo. The Highness Black Tea is kind of an orangey brown with an undertone of a little bit of green, especially when you mix it with water. The Noble Green Tea is a bright green color, and it's what I've been using as kind of a tea substitute in this video. One of the presentations during the show was a discussion between Bruce Iman and Daniel Zoot on the differences between the American and US pen scene.
ワシントン DC はもうちょっと古い感じでしたか？
古い感じというかですね、運営がです。運営の違いもありましたけど。
I've posted a video right before this one on the English summarization from both Bruce and Dan. It has some really useful insights and you might want to check it out. Let's check out a few of the vendors and the different products that they were selling at the show. This is Bungukan Kobayashi and all their special inks. They even have a special ink from Colorverse. These are some of their store exclusive pens by Sailor. They have a lot more, but this is on setup day. All these inks are store exclusives. This ink, Sunrise Light of Mount Fuji, was made in collaboration with Ken Takeda, who I'll talk about in a little bit. These are the store's Pilot Decimos with Makie flowers. This is Tassia's booth. And these inks are the Nakabayashi Ukiyo-e ink. If you'd like a review on that, please let me know in the comments. And this is their paper, Logical Prime, which is advertised as a very smooth and thick fountain pen friendly paper. This is their lip color line, mostly pinks and beiges. I did a review on them on the End of Summer Inks video. This is their jeans line of inks and their normal line of inks. At Sekisei, these were the pens that were presented to the members of the G20 summit in Osaka by Prime Minister Abe. What was funny is they sold these luxurious pens and then they sold these ballpoint pens that could stand up your iPhone, and the other end was stylus. And Message has their own exclusive inks like many of the other stores. Their color cigar starts out green and then turns brown. They also sell like an ink log and pens, and then some small stationery and leather goods related to stationery. The problem with pen show videos is that there are a lot of people there, and lots of times it's hard to take a good video of a booth. And at the Franklin-Christoph booth, I didn't want to take video of the backs of a bunch of people's heads. And then when they weren't busy, I was busy shopping there. This is the Franklin-Christoph's 46 in antique glass with their 14K flex nib. This is Franklin-Christoph's newest modular pen case. It's made out of wood fiber. It's very durable and can be washed, and it's a nice option for maybe like vegans or something. The inside, the modular part, is made out of fabric. Himekuri is an interesting little booth that sells washi tape and these little calendars that are like little post-it notes or little sticky notes, and as you peel off each day, it kind of makes part of an overall picture. Of course, Sailor had a booth. Here's their sherbet inks. This is the tester area for Sailor's Studio inks. All those pens are loaded up with the different kinds of ink, and then you've got the paper to test it out. According to Sarabi and Pals from Instagram, these prices are the best you can get anywhere. And as to be expected, 123 is their most popular color, with 162 in second and 143 in third. It's interesting that they all seem to be murky, kind of bluish colors. Penthouse brought an assortment of pens, and then their collaboration with Lennon Toolbar, these two different kinds of purplish inks. They look really beautiful. And then their ink series based on different Japanese writers, and then their Saijiki line of inks. These were really popular at the show. I don't know who sells them, but they're a pen stand that's also a Bluetooth speaker. Sean Designs was there with their American-made colorful metal pens. Yamamoto Paper, which I understand went to the San Francisco Pen Show this year, had all kinds of really interesting paper. One of note is their fountain pen friendly paper collection, which is a tablet of 18 different kinds of paper. They've got the name, the weight of the paper, and an explanation and history of the paper in Japanese and English, and then 5 pieces of paper. Like here we see there's Tomoa River. The top of the tablet says, "Find your pen-friendly paper," and I think I did. As with Franklin-Christoph, I couldn't get around the crowds to film Robert Oster's booth. This is his show ink, Tokyo Denim Blue. I did manage to leave a lot of my wallet there though. Shumi no Bungu Bako is Japan's foremost stationery and fountain pen magazine. I'll be doing a video later about them. Ken Takeda had an ink mixing table. Here we see him trying to make the perfect brown for a young lady. He is the one that did the collaboration with Bungukan Kobayashi to make Sunrise Light over Mount Fuji. It is a beautiful dusky purple with strangely some green hints to it. Of course, Nagasawa was there with their gajillion inks. Here's her Monogatari line. Nib shaper, legendary Nibmeister Nagahara, was there with his disciple, Ralph from Regalia Writing Labs. Eboya had their beautiful Made in Tokyo ebonite fountain pens. Stilo Art Karuizawa brought his beautiful hand-waxed wood pens and urushi pens. He goes to the San Francisco Pen Show and I believe also the LA Pen Show. Toyooka Crafts makes pen cases out of American alder wood and Japanese cypress. Here is their stationery box with the pen tray that lifts out and the stationery's underneath. The little small cubby holes can hold like paper clips, or you can take them out, or take both of them out to store like pencils or like a ham sandwich or something. And the pen tray also lifts out. Tag Stationery brought their Kyo no Oto inks. Their new one is called Moegi Iro, which is a green. Then they also had their new Fumisome line, and you can see the natural ingredients inside the glass vials. I did an ink review on Fumisome Chlorophyll, which is made out of mulberry leaves and silkworm poop. Kobeha brought their usual line of Ciro, Grafilo, and Lisio paper, and then something called Suito cleaning paper. You'd kind of tear it off at the perforations, and it's got like a little groove in it, and you kind of bend the paper and you use it to clean around the edge of the section and over the top of the nib if you want to, for those of you that don't like nib creep. In the center of the venue, they had what was called Free Space, which was a bunch of open tables and chairs where people could just sit down and take a rest or meet up with other people. Many of the international visitors ended up congregating around these tables and having impromptu pen meets. The iconic Lei Reyes ended up pulling out some inks and little cards and was doing these beautiful little drawings. People wearing orange aprons were the volunteers. Here you can see Fudafan is just goofing off. Hiroko of Bokumondo brought some pens to deliver to people, And then everybody started bringing out their urushi pens that they had done by her, and then it was like a little family of bokumondos. Ralph Reyes of Regalia Writing Labs will give us a little summary of what he thought about tips.
I'm incredibly welcome. The fact that I can see so many different makers that I can never see anywhere else in the world, all under one ceiling. Ones that will never be able to make it to the US. To be able to sit in front of Yukio Nagahara, the legend himself, to be able to get some of my nibs checked and evaluated was like really something special. I originally thought coming here that this might be something that I could only come to this year, but I'm already itching for next year. I can't describe my excitement to see what this grows into.
We have the worst typhoon in 60 years heading its way to Tokyo right now, so I'll wrap this up. That won't be a problem for next year's show, as it'll be in the first weekend of November. For more about the show, check out the blogs Chronicus Estilographicus and Fudifan. I'll leave the details in the description box below. Next year's show will be in Hamamatsucho in a brand new building near Tokyo Bay, Tokyo Tower, and the monorail. If you ever plan on coming to Japan, you might want to plan it around this show. We would love to see you.
来年は2022年どうぞ東京ペンションに来てください Please come to Japan and Tokyo Pension 2020